I'm a diehard Knicks fan. They've been sorry for a long time. I mean, they're steering in a better direction, but they really pissed me off. At this time, Isiah Thomas was running the show. He was also the basketball coach. They're sorry. They're just playing horrible. And they go to Boston, and they lose by 45. I pick up the phone, and I'm near tears because I know what I'm going to do. I call Isiah Thomas, and I said, I'm so sorry from the bottom of my heart. I have to call for you to be fired. You have to go. I said, it's just too bad. You got too much going on. And I said, your personal business is your personal business, but it's so bad right now, you cannot be the coach of this team. And Isiah Thomas said, my brother, do your job. I understand. And when I tell you the level of love to this day that I have for him for that moment, I cannot put it into words because obviously he could have reacted so differently. But it was so bad because he had so much personal stuff going on that he knew at that time he probably needed to go. And I remember, and it harkened me back to what that soccer coach at Wake Forest that I wrote about in my book, Straight Shooter, Walt Chiselwich was his name. He's now deceased as well. He taught me the game of soccer. I was an aspiring reporter, and he had some of the team over. I was as an intern, and I was called upon to do this big piece, and he called the team over, and he said, I want you to give him complete access for the next 3 days. We're going to teach him the sport of soccer so he can write a good feature on us. And the article was so good that the sports editor, Terry Oberle at the Winston-Salem Journal back then, named me the beat writer for the soccer team, and they were ranked 3rd in the country. And Walt Chiselwich did not like an article that I wrote. And I said, what did I do? He said, that was a bullshit article. He said, you didn't tell the truth. You soft. He said, you got getting along with these players and you're scared to insult. He said, you know this defenseman didn't do his job. You know this center didn't do his job. You know this goalie didn't do his job. You didn't say it. He said, you're not here to be our friend. You're here to call it like you see it. Be humane. Wow. Be respectful, be thorough, but call it like you see it. You said you wanted to be a journalist, right? Well, this is how it has to be done. And don't let me tell you that again. Hold us accountable, and that includes me. That's what he said to me, and I never forgot it.
I got to tell you, those two, first of all, when you I got tears in my eyes when you told me about Isiah Thomas.
Yeah.
I mean, well, oh my God, for him to say to you, then you got to go do your job, my brother.
Yeah.
What a man.
What a man.
Are you still friendly with him?
You talk all the time. You talk all the time.
That's amazing.
I love him dearly.
So he didn't shut down on you?
No.
He didn't? No.
Nope.
He said, you've got your job to do, and I don't resent you.
And he was a lot like Kobe. Like if he disagreed with me about something, he'd curse me out. You know what I'm saying? He'd curse me out, whatever. We'd go back and forth.
I like the Knicks. I go to the games. Is there anything they can do immediately to become a better team? I mean, why don't they ask you maybe?
Well, trust me, they asked me my opinion. That's why they're mad at me. I don't talk to them right now. They don't talk to me right now because I'm disgusted.
Really?
Well, they piss me off. They have a multitude of draft picks. They could have traded them for this star named Donovan Mitchell. He was in Utah last year. Well, what do the New York Knicks do? They grab a bunch of people and they go to a game where Donovan Mitchell is playing for Utah and Jalen Brunson, who the Knicks now have, is playing for Dallas. And they go to the game looking like they're recruiting. Howard, this is not college. It's the pros.
Right.
Okay? So it offended the folks in Utah. And my sources told me, Danny Ainge was like, the last thing I'll do is give them bastards Donovan Mitchell. I don't give a damn what they say. And he sent Donovan Mitchell to Cleveland. I'm saying you have a guy that is a star in this league. He will be an all-star this year. And here's a guy that wanted to be a Knick, that is from New York, that was literally packing his bags, looking forward to coming to New York, and you exacerbate the situation unnecessarily and you don't get him. Now, Jalen Brunson is going to be an all-star as well. He's done a great job, and that was a great pickup by the New York Knicks. He steadied the ship to some degree from the point guard position. They deserve a lot of credit in that regard. But my goodness, you've got Jalen Brunson, Well, Leon Rose is the president of basketball operations for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson's father was his first client. No problem with that. Rick Brunson's a great guy. But what do? A month before you bring Jalen Brunson, you bring his dad. This ain't college, man. You see what I'm saying? It's just the look. It's the optics of it. They do stuff like this that really shows other players in the league you're somewhat Bush League. That hurts us. We're a quality team. We'll get to the playoffs. But are we winning a championship? Hell no, Howard.
You're talking about, like, not even basketball. You're talking about human being stuff, like stuff you do as a human being.
That's what drives me crazy about the Knicks. That's why I won't go to the Garden, because they pissed me off. And I said, you know something? I'm going to keep my cool, because if I go to the Garden now, they're going to do something to piss me off, and I'm going to go on First Take on ESPN, and I'm going to explode. I don't want to do it, so I'm doing them a favor by staying away.